And we welcome you to MHS2 College Football Week 0, the 10th game in Ireland, in Dublin, as Kansas State, ranked number 17, takes on ranked 22, Iowa State. I'm Chef Jones alongside Slipper. What are your thoughts heading into this game?
It's going to be a close game. You know, the spreads are very close. We're going to see some action from both teams. This is going to be maybe one of the best, one of the best games we get early on this season.
100%, as this could very much be the most meaningful Big 12 game of the season already. Iowa State coming off of that loss in the Big 12 championship. They did win the Pop-Tarts Bowl, though, against Miami, who had Cam Ward out in the second half, now part of the Tennessee Titans. But when you look at both sides, Iowa State, they've lost their two main receivers to, of course, the NFL draft. So now they look on to their new one of their new starting wide receivers, Chase Sowell, coming out of Eastern Carolina University. Speaking of that, 6'2", 185, putting up 3 touchdowns last season. And also
Absolute unit, that's all I can say.
Sorry, is also Xavier Townshend from UCF. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, absolute unit with the 3 touchdowns there. I think he can definitely go into potential. Hopefully he gets some more touchdowns this season. I think he definitely has potential too.
And talk about on the other side, you have really a whole new receiving core for Kansas State. I think you could agree on that, looking at those two left side receivers. You have Jaron Tibbs from Purdue, 2 TDs, 22 receptions for 258 yards, 6'3", 195. 5 touchdowns for Jemrai Davis, who got 5 touchdowns this season, just a touch over 500 yards on that season. Colorado State, Caleb Medford, senior, as also one last person, Jared Bradley, also another senior from BC. Also,
yeah, very diverse stats along these players. I mean, this is going to be one of the games where you look at the stats along the players as well, not just the game score or how the game is going.
Yeah, it should be a great game here. As you want to talk about Kansas State's side, how appeared in the Rate Bowl, beating Rutgers 44-41.
I mean, 44-41, already a very close score. I mean, that could have ended, by a field goal. It could have ended by anything. And keep that up and get that win was...
Yeah, it was a miraculous comeback at that. Sorry, cut you off, but
it's fine.
Should have a great game here.
Crazy comeback. It's fine.
Ireland in Dublin, as Kansas
gets desperate.
The Rate Bowl beating Rutgers 44-41.
I mean, 44-41, already a very close score. I mean, that could have ended.
Yards. Sorry about that.
Really, this might be a game where we might see a very close game till the end, and then there might be it might be a score to end it. So first person to score might end it today.
Yep. Talk about they have one new addition, one true freshman addition to their receiving core. That is Adonis Moyes, who is 6 foot, 180 from IMG Academy, a little bit on that leaner side, and should be interesting to see him on the defensive side for Kansas State, a true freshman, safety Logan Bartley, 6 foot, 185 from Derby High School, Kansas, where he put up on the senior year 53 tackles, 1 interception, 7 pass breakups, and 3 forced fumbles, as we are getting set to get underway for the kickoff on MHS2. As to kick it away will be Simon McClannon, sophomore. He will kick it off to Xavier Townshend. As we are getting set to get underway, it'll be Iowa ball first, and that one will kick it off. As it'll be fair corner of the end zone, and Iowa State will come out to offense. Here we go, Iowa State with the ball. Can't wait to see what they can do here. Early game, they
have a lot of room to get that rhythm in.
They sure do. As to start off Iowa State, it is Rocco Becht, junior, 6'1", 200 last season, putting up 25 touchdowns. The back will be Carson Hansen, put up 13 rushing touchdowns last season, as that is 2-minute motion. Single back set. Leaning left, Becht will give it off to the outside and tackled right inside the 25-yard line as Hansen went off to his own right. So virtually nothing there. As that'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, my stream just cut out for a minute.
Yeah. You see what I DM'd you? As it'll hand off to the left side, and there goes Hansen up the left sideline, and trying to cut to the outside, he could not, setting up a 3rd down. So 14-13 on the clock. It is 3rd and 3. As Becht will set up out of the gun. They've not thrown on this drive as Rocco Becht will be out of the gun. Man in motion. Becht is gonna run it himself. Got a block and a spin move inside the 40. And a 1st down for the Cyclones.
Wow. That spin move, whoa. You know, that shows that he can put those evasive maneuvers into action, and he can get that 1st down. That's very important.
As a handoff up the middle got smothered. As coming in with the tackle was Damian Ilao, a senior. Ilalio as 6'2", 305, a big frame for that nose tackle. A single back set.
Yeah, I'm looking at that replay.
As to back is Hansen. Becht will be out of the shotgun. 2nd and 6. Becht will go to the air, fires over the right. It is dropped as it was jobbled up by. Has had trouble dribbling. It was Eli Green, a senior.
So far, Iowa State, you know, that pass was really a first for this game. They've really been just running the ball, having to, you know, going through the defense of Kansas State, and that's kind of worked. You know, they've been able to get that 1st down with the spin move, and it might work for them until they at least get to that 50-yard line or more.
As fullback Tyler Moore is in, he's gonna audible, trips right. Shotgun. 3rd and 6, 5 on the clock. Becht will go to the air with time, and he lost it! He was sacked behind the line by Allen.
That's going to be a huge play for Kansas there. That might, become a turnover.
As that was the sophomore, 6'4", 260, Jordan Allen. As that one will be punted away by Tyler Perkins, a senior, as the... Here goes Kansas State. Oh, drop the football, and Iowa State has it inside of the 10. Unbelievable!
What a play.
Iowa State has the ball off of a jobbled punt and grab, and inside of the 10-yard line at the 8, Iowa State will come out with the ball as their offense is still alive.
Offense showing some, signs of life here. Iowa State might be back in this. That was scary.
Yeah, just had trouble. Maybe a little bit of nerves getting to him.
Yeah, it's still early in the game, but he's definitely going to get a lecture from coach.
Yeah, as Dylan Edwards was the one who dropped it, a junior, so just like that. High formation for Iowa State. Under center, Rocco Becht. 2 backs. And it's a toss to Hansen, and Hansen maybe about 1. Second and goal. That was Ela Leo with his tackle. That's the second of the day.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that replay. It just seems like it slipped through his arms. He just couldn't really get that, hand-ball coordination there.
Yep. It's 11:33 to go. It is second and goal. Clock winding down to 9. Single back set. The back is Abu Sama. And came fly again behind the line. Is Tobai Usansami, a junior. That's his first sack of the season. He had none last year, but he gets his first in the second defensive drive for Kansas State.
Ooh, and Iowa State still in a good position, but they just need to execute this, either get that first or just, they just need to get that touchdown.
As it'll be empty backfield. 3 wide right. Kansas State showing the nickel. And it will be, there goes Usasami, and over, they're looking to the corner, as Usasami was not even touched.
Ow.
The flag is down. That'll be VJ Payne for pass interference. Had 3 interceptions last season for K-State. So those just reset it once again. It'll be first and goal. Man in motion. Abu Sama, the back, a junior. Impact will hand it off to Abu Sama! He went to the goal line, and it'll be second and goal for Cyclone. Just like that. Nice little stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and honestly, if I were them, with the position they're in, I'd just go for the field goal. It's still early in the game.
Yeah.
Just got to get points on that board to start it
There
off.
really isn't much of a risk to it, per se, as under center is Rocco Becht. The football was lost, and Kansas State miraculous comes up with it off of a funky snap, and able to get 2 as a starting middle linebacker, Austin Romani.
An amazing start to the game already. We've had 2 times that the ball's gotten loose already, and we're not even past the first quarter.
Yep. It's been a funky start. It's a dreary morning in Dublin. You see the rain on the cam as we will head to break. And we'll welcome you back as right off the rip, it'll be second down.
Ball carries number 4, Joe Jackson.
As a handoff up the middle failed.
A gain of 2. Second and 8, 9-yard line.
It'll be a gain of 2 and second and 8. They're out of the gun, single back set, Kansas State ball. As Avery Johnson out of the gun, able to hand it off up the middle, barely getting anything with Joe Jackson, the backup running back. In his sophomore year in Kansas State last season, his stats rather, stat line had 39 carries, 171 yards and 3 touchdowns. Dylan Edwards, a junior this year, had most of the running action with 54 carries, 297 yards, but only 1 touchdown. So Joe Jackson really playing that end-game role. But here today, as he'll go up to the right, double wide receivers, empty backfield. 3 on the clock on 3rd and 7. To the air, fires over the middle, and a dropped ball. As dropping in with Chase Brown. So Iowa State able to force the 3 and out, and just like that, Iowa State will come out back onto the field. As to punt it away will be Simon McClannon. .8:36 on the clock. At the 43, we will head to break. And we'll welcome you back as coming out onto the field is Iowa State. As it'll be two-back formation. Fullback is getting the lead. Blocking was Roskop, and a handoff to Hansen to the left side will start a second down. 37 on the clock, second and 9, 8:18 on the game clock, zeros on the board. As it was Austin Romaine with the tackle, he is the starting middle linebacker, junior. That season had one interception, 60 tackles on the season. As Becht will fire out to the left, and it's caught and out of bounds. As that was Dominic Overby with the grab. Redshirt freshman.
Man, out of bounds. Could have had that there.
Yeah.
But this game has already been getting exciting.
It sure has. It's already third down and 3. 7:25 on the clock. Clock will still continue to roll. As backed out of the gun, man left. As he has a tight end lined up with him. Becht will fire over the middle and just fire to the left, trying to target Brett Eskildsen, a sophomore, 6'3", 185. No touchdowns last season. Had a total of 2 receptions for 17 yards, so he didn't really get much playing time. But looking to step up in that role as the starting slot wide receiver. So a new return man is in it. Sterling Lockett, second string slot receiver. As it seems to be that they took out Dylan Edwards, and Lockett will catch it at about the 15-yard line after the punt, and Kansas State will come out. 7:05 on the clock. What are your thoughts so far?
Already an exciting game. Multiple turnovers already. Teams just not able to score. I'm really expecting them, to really ramp up this, rhythm. Just quarterbacks, of course, It's raining. They have to get their rhythm in a wet game. It's going to be hard for them, and I think that once they get that rhythm, it's going to be a very exciting game and a very close game.
You think part of a big factor is that the rain's starting to get heavier?
Honestly, yes. It's going to be harder. They're going to slip.
Yep.
It's unknown territory, especially in a different country like this.
Screen pass, too. A lineman caught that.
Dude.
I don't think
it was a lot.
That was it batted down. It was almost intercepted, but the lineman, Terrence Enos Jr., senior, transfer from Tulane, caught the ball.
For a loss of 3 yards.
So they're gonna lose 3. Better than an interception, though. To be fair.
Yeah,
as he'll hand it off, trying to get to the outside, almost found the hole, but it got plugged quickly.
No gain, still on the 13-yard line.
That was Jeremiah Cooper with the tackle, senior. As 6:15 to go in the first, it'll be 3rd and 13.
Yeah, that running back, Joe Jackson. The run.
Yep. Out of the gun, man left. Single back set. 5:54 to go. Handoff, able to find some room, and it won't be enough. As Joe Jackson got the nod to run it. Not able to get much. 6 foot 190, and the punting crew will come out.
Punt game.
You can just feel the energy in this building, though. Can't you?
Yeah, players are hyped. They are screaming on the field. They are ready to play
compared to, let's say, an NFL preseason game. Obviously, of course, it's opening week of college football, week 0.
Opening week.
As the ball took up bounce, and it'll be caught by Olsgun. And Iowa State will come out. 5:10 to go, and we will head to break.
because hydration should be easy.
Eczema with clearer skin and
And we'll welcome you back with 5:10 to go. It'll be empty set for Becht. .5:10 on the clock as Iowa State is coming out. Waiting for the clock, play clock to start. 1st and 10. What do you look for on this drive? As they're look to be just past the 50. Right exactly on the 50.
Yep, run for 2 yards, right on the 47.
You're ahead. As you predicted the future, I guess.
He's tackled by number 28, Lex Van Waal. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9 from the 48.
That's with 4:45, 2nd and 8. Single back set, as Becht will fire out to the right. It is caught by the tight end, Gabe Burkle, a junior, and a 1st down for Iowa State. Feels like the first time today we saw a team move the chains.
Yeah, really has been, you know, passing yards on KSU really struggling. They have had no passing yards this entire game.
As with 4:15 to go, it'll be single back set. Carson Hansen in the back. Play fake to Hansen, fires over the middle, and is caught! Once again as Eskildsen with the grab. So, 6'3" sophomore. As they'll get all the way to the 23. Back in the
Iowa
single back
picking up
set,
that
out of the
pace.
gun. The back is Hansen, sending a tight end in motion. That's Cooper Alexander. This year, a redshirt freshman, has fired, looking for the home run ball. He's got him! Touchdown!
Oh. For the first points of the game, touchdown, Iowa State.
Yeah, just like that, as it was caught by Dominic Overby, redshirt freshman, a 23-yard reception and a 4-play drive to open up the scoring. It is 6-0.
What a play and what a drive. That was a very consistent drive.
Right off the bat, and it is 6-0. As with 3:26, they tagged on the extra point, and it is 7-0. So with 3:26 to go, now you look for the response by Iowa State. The first touchdown of the college football season at that.
Must be feeling great for the players on the field. You know, that's going to get them very hyped up. Wow.
Did they switch to that, like, weird formation or no? I can't tell. I don't think they did. Weird kickoff formation. College football. Because I know in the NFL they have that now. Really dumb, in my opinion. I would like to vocalize that. As that one will go to out of bounds, a flag is down and they'll come out, I believe, to the 30.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down, Kansas State.
So just like that, K-State will come out. 3:26, we will head to break. And we'll be back for the Wildcats looking to respond. Never mind. We are staying. It seemed like we were about to go to break, but we are not. As 15 on the clock, as right off the wing at the jet sweep. It's Brown off to the races. Stepping out of bounds, a big gain. As Jace Brown, the junior, 6', 195, had 4 touchdowns last season, totaling just under 500 yards, and just like that, as Avery Johnson will be out of the gun. The back is Joe Jackson, a sophomore. Flag is down, as I believe it'll be false start. What a big gain for Brown.
False start, number 86.
And that was OT.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, first down.
That is a false start.
Now first and 15 from the 37.
2:55. Avery Johnson out of the gun, sending the second string tight end Will Swenson, senior, and now coming back, lining up with them to the right of Johnson is Jackson. The Jays are all over the place. And it is tipped up off the ricochet and incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 15. Another 2nd and 15. Scoreboard weirdly updated. I don't know what was happening there. Oh, a nice pass breakup by Neal Jr. As he's going to be 2 backs. As it'll be Devon Rice and Joe Jackson. The 2 backs lined up left and right. As a handoff to Rice, and Rice will find the hole and plow right through it, setting up a third down. As he is tackled out by Jontez Williams. Third and 5. Avery Johnson, quarterback for the Wildcats. 8 touchdowns last season. Rather 19 to 8 interception. TD to interception ratio for him. And Jackson over the middle got plastered, but did he get it? He did not. It's 4th down. Looking, I believe that they are. Let's see what they're gonna do. I'm not gonna assume anything. Offense still out on the field.
Yeah.
And they will go for it, I believe.
This is going to get interesting pretty quick.
Yep. 4th and 1. 1:22 on the clock as they'll continue to wind down. 5 on the play clock. They have to get it going. They're going to get a timeout. It'll be first timeout charge for Kansas State. They're going to talk it over, it looks to be, with 1:19. Fourth and 1. $1:19 to go. 4th and 1. They are gonna go for it. Johnson lined up in the tailback. Under center will be Avery Johnson. 1 wide left. 3 clumped up to the right. As it is Will Swanson, Garrett Oakley, and Deron Tibbs from Purdue. A transfer this season. Handoff to Jackson up the middle. He got the hole and a first down. Joe Jackson about 4. Sorry.
Oh, it's fine. I see your energy in that. That was a beautiful play by Jackson there.
Able to bust right through that hole as it went in between Jamison Patton and Jeremiah Cooper, senior, as here was Johnson, 2-back formation. Well, a power formation, I believe. That's with a fullback, rather. Oh, a fumble. Avery Johnson, he'll pick up, fires out of bounds. Right to the cameraman at that, or the ball boy.
There is no foul for intentional.
Wow, and these, I think that was slippery conditions, right?
Yeah.
Was that the rain that caused
He's
that?
trying to do a play fake, it looks to be, and he just slipped out of the hands.
And in these slippery conditions, you know, once you fumble that ball, it's going to be really hard to rush and get it, especially with this wet grass. You're going to be slipping and sliding everywhere.
So back set, Rice will line up as a wide receiver, and Avery Johnson looking to run, got plowed, but able to stay on his feet slightly before slipping on the slippery conditions. I believe this is pure natural grass. It looks to be. And when you talk about that, I believe it gets very slippery.
Yeah, it does. I believe I've played on it before during rain, and it has just been, it's chaos.
I remember playing football in snow. That was fun. Do you love snow football? In August at that.
Yeah, I do. You drown out the coldness, really. You don't really feel it till after.
Kind of helps getting, like, somewhat numb, as that'll end off the first quarter. 7-0 Iowa State. Red zone for Kansas State.
Just slide on that grass.
Yeah. And we'll welcome you back with a new set of 15. I'm Chesty and alongside Slipper. What do you think Kansas State needs to do here?
When they opened that drive, they really had potential. They were going down the field really fast. I really think they can get this touchdown.
Will take it himself. Johnson will score!
Oh.
Touchdown, K-State! And just like that, Avery Johnson, a 10-yard strike. It is wild in Dublin.
Wow. Spoke for me, Avery Johnson. Wow.
Just like that, and an 8-play drive for 65 yards. Nice way to end off a pretty quick drive after that one big play by Brown. As it'll be knotted at 7 apiece. As after that drive, what are your thoughts on that drive overall?
Kansas State proved themselves right there. You prove themselves they can keep that momentum up, keep that drive down the field. Amazing drive, and ultimately tying the game. That proves it. It's going to be a very close game. They're proving themselves that they can take this team. They can take Iowa. Iowa proving they can take Kansas. They're very similar. Very similar.
Yep. As what has not changed, it took 5 seconds into the start of the quarter. As it'll be fair caught at the... As coming out is the Iowa State Rocco Becht quarterback, as they're 14:55. So that was the first play of the quarter.
Yeah, I was expecting maybe a run or something, not a touchdown play.
Well, yeah, it was a nice play fake. Rocco Becht, 3 for 3, 46 yards. And had a 23-yard passing touchdown, perfectly timed up. Dominic Overby, redshirt freshman. As it is 7-7, 19 on the clock. As the clock will continue to tick down, trips right, shotgun man left. As the back is Abu Sama. Love saying that name. As gives it off to Abu Sama to the right side, and Abu Sama looking to get to the outside. He could not, as he was tackled by a freight train. I believe that was Deshaun Rich. It was a sophomore, 6 foot 185. I had him on my sheet as 105. Might be a little too skinny.
Yeah, I was about to say, how do you tackle him by being 105?
You'd get plowed. Don't take that out of context. As 14:20 on the clock, 10 as a shotgun showing the nickel is Kansas State. Look for that double-double formation. Now moving to the left is the tight end, Cooper Alexander, as Rocco Becht will fire and looking to target the second string, Gabe Burkle, 6'6" junior. As it'll be 39 for Iowa State. Anthony Becht, Rocco's father, he was a first-round pick in the 2000 draft to the place where all careers die, the New York Jets.
Not the Jets.
Rocco Becht today, 4 for 7, 54 yards and a touchdown. Probably going to be a mid-round draft pick as a quarterback, Rocco Becht. 7-7 is the score. 3rd and 9. 6 on the clock. 14:05 on the game clock is out of as Rocco Berg in trouble. He fumbled the ball once again inside the red zone. This time Iowa fumbled it and Kansas State jumps on it. How the tables have turned. It is chaos in the rain in Dublin.
Absolutely no words. This rain is really impacting how these players go.
Sure is, as Rocco Becht once again. This type of play action is really ruining teams. I wonder if they're going to start adjusting out of it.
Yeah, and that ball just popped straight out of his hands.
Yep. Turnovers are 2-1. Dylan Edwards left the game with an injury. He could have got, I don't know how he could have gotten injured. I guess maybe that's why he dropped it. As way, what a tackle. Behind the line as it was Caleb Bacon, 6'3", 235, a senior this year, as it'll be 2nd and 13. He began as a walk-on at Iowa State, season-ending leg injury during the opener, and he got the comeback. He's on the watch list for the comeback player of the year. In this 2025 season, 2nd and 13, 13-21, fires over the middle, and it is caught. Getting just about to the marker. The question is, where will they mark it? It's 3rd down. 13:07, and it will be a 3rd down as that one was caught by Garrett Oakley, a junior. 6'5", 248, had 5 touchdowns last season. As Avery Johnson, 2 for 5 for 9 yards. Has 16 yards with 2 rushes. One was a 10-yard rush that ended in a score. It is tied at 7 because of it. And a handoff to Joe Jackson. Jackson, did he get it? It seemed close, and it is 4th and 1. They're doing a nice job eating off the clock, though, right now.
Yep, it's still pretty early in the second quarter, and, they can get this touchdown, and they can really get anything that will really set them up for a good second quarter.
What are your thoughts on Joe Jackson? Seems like he's been having a good game as he's lining up in the tail. Under center is Avery Johnson. 2 tight ends right. 1 man left, and he's going to hand over to Joe Jackson. Trying to spin. Did he get it? Is the question, and he did not. Iowa State ball inside their own red zone. A nice stop by Neal Jr.
Wow.
Talk about how fortunate they got. Just like Kansas State did at about their own goal line. They just came plowing in was Neal Jr., and we will head to break.
All right.
As we'll be back with 11:58 to go in the second quarter. It is 7-7 as a big defensive stop by the Iowa State Cyclones. As from their own 5 is where they will come out. As a play fake fires over the right and just kind of overthrew. Wasn't really kind of, really just overthrew.
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's kind of panicking a little bit.
Yeah.
He's been, sacked so many times. He's kind of going a little bit faster, and that's really offsetting, his accuracy. He needs to take his time. He needs to let his defense just let him spend time in that pocket.
That's 11:54 to go in the it's 2nd and 10, 15 on the play clock. Out of the gun, Rocco rolling left. He's gonna have time, goes to the air, fires, and I don't know what it's gonna be ruled. They're gonna rule it incomplete, and it'll be 3rd down and 10 from pinned into their own 5, trying to target that second string tight end, Gabe Burkle.
Yeah, while the rain has settled down, it's not going to disappear off the field that quickly. Every time that ball hits the ground, it's going to get wetter and wetter, and it's going to get more challenging for these players.
I remember last season, it was FSU, Georgia Tech. I'll talk about that. That was a disastrous season for the Noles, but were they 2-10, I believe. As now here is 3rd down, 3rd and 10, as trying to fight, not really going to get much. Getting to the 10-yard line as that one was caught by Daniel Jackson, as it'll be 4th and 6 and a 3 now. It's rather Carson Hansen with the grab.
Kansas ready to receive the punt.
Yep. And Sterling Lockett will be the returner from the 10-yard line. He'll fair catch it. You can't really see any of the identifications on the field. Have you noticed? The yard markers and
really
stuff
pay
like that. You
attention
can't
to
really
that.
see much of the lines or anything. It's very
I assume
faint.
maybe that's because it's like real grass.
Or it could be, well, yeah, part of it. It's also, I believe it did get a renovation, this stadium, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, though. 10:59, just a tick under 11 minutes as K-State will come out. From their own 41, fires out to the left. It is caught, but got rambled behind the line by Resina. As Caleb Resina, sophomore. There's one person I want to talk about real quickly. A true freshman, Packham nose tackle, Kamori Moore. Went to Lee Summit North High School, 3-star recruit. The reason why he committed to Iowa State was due to, I find this funny, the wild environment and the partying, as that's Devon Rice to carry, but behind the 40 he was stopped. Maybe a little bit of a turf monster coming to him.
Yeah, just slipping.
He sure is. Von Rice tried
Just loses his footing.
Yeah. This is 3rd and 13. Now the gunman left. Flag is down with 9:45. We'll see what the flag is here. I wonder if it'll be taunting or something like that. Defensive delay of game. How's Calbrazina with the reason why for delay of game is because of taking the snap count. I never knew that was a rule. How about you? As Avery Johnson will fire, it is caught at a first down. Getting some more inside the Iowa State 40 as that one was caught by the starting tight end, Garrett Oakley. Just, it's one of those things where you have to keep your poise. Just kind of struggled with that as 2 receptions, 32 yards. Just, you can't let that happen. And just like that, as dropping the ball, but Devon Wright's able to get back to it and maybe get some gainage. As keep in mind, a behind pass, if you drop it, is a fumble. So it will be passed backwards.
Fast to pick it up.
Yeah. Pass backwards, recovered by the running back as he fired it. Trevon Rice. I think that's one of those rain factors. I'll see how much that ball is getting on that grass. And the grass is very slippery right now. It's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and that's just been happening all game. Just ball, slipping through the player's hands.
Jackson, the
Maybe
tailback,
leading to a fumble.
as gives it off. And there's a big hole for Jackson. He fumbled the ball. Iowa State has the ball.
State.
Oh, my goodness. To Sean James.
It's a fumble game. This is the most fumbles I've ever seen.
Didn't play much last season. And now in his sophomore year, the 6', 195 has his first recovered fumble in his college football career, as that was forced out of the hands by Elijah Carnell, or rather Caleb Bacon. We're going to break.
Wow.
As we welcome you back, each team has fumbled twice. And then remember before that first one was Abu Sama on the goal line, that failed toss, and then on 4th and 9, Rocco Beck fumbled it after coming clean in, not completely untouched at that, was... man, and then you had Jackson fumbling the ball. Kansas State currently is in negative passing yards. Not anymore, actually. Before they were. Now Iowa State is in negative rushing yards.
And that's very interesting to look at. That, you know, just that's all mostly due to just the rain factor in this game.
Fires out to the left, tipped up and almost intercepted.
I really thought he had that for a moment. That was very close.
As they try to target Dominic Overby, a redshirt freshman, as off that camera, there was a chance it could have been intercepted by a man that's not on my sheet. As looking for an audible, as I believe he's in the pistol. Rocco Beckton handing it off to Abu Sama. Abu Sama, first down. Austin Romain dragging him out of bounds, and we got some extra wild stuff here. Romain being ganged up, and here we go. The Big 12 rivalry. Iowa State came off losing a Big 12 championship to Arizona State, and they went on and got defeated by Texas. Now I believe they changed the format a bit where it's top 4, I believe, is bye. And then the rest. If I'm not mistaken, didn't they change the format?
I believe so. I'd have to check that.
Big historic rivalry this team, and here goes Rocco Beck. Just past the 40. Diving down, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, and that little altercation we saw just shows the competitiveness and the real true rivalry between these teams. Like, this is not just, a media rivalry. This is a genuine rivalry between two college teams.
100%, 7:27 to go.
Still really early in the second quarter.
Do you go to the air here or just try to play some of that smash mouth football? And they're going to go to the air. Rocco Beck to deep ball. And, you have to catch that. Just went right through the hands of Cooper Alexander. Would have been a little more than a first down, to say the least, as it'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, and you can't really blame them, If you play on a field like this, you know how hard it is to really catch a ball on wet turf.
I have a rebuttal to say, and if it's in your hands, you better grab it. Especially when it's in both of your hands. I don't think you can disagree with that. As over the middle, trying to drive and smash mouth football, I don't think he got there. It says I hand off to Abu Sama, and it'll be 4th down. If I'm not mistaken, Abu Sama was a Terrapin 2 years ago. Transferred to Iowa State last year. And that's where he is now.
I'd say he's done fairly well.
Yeah. I'm curious, are you using the sheet?
I'm looking at it, yeah.
As it'll be 4th and 1, I believe they're gonna try and go for it. And they're gonna review. I don't think they have the air technology like the NFL does. We will head to break. And we'll welcome you back to the opening game of college football 2025 season. I'm Chess Jones alongside Slipper. 7-7 tied up. As the first half is winding down off the challenge, it'll still be 4th and 1, a failed challenge by Iowa State. 25 on the clock, and it'll be a massive audible, and now it'll be empty set. 3 wides right and 2 wide left. As the tight end in motion. And Beck is going to look to keep it, and he got a first. Just like that. As right off the bat, Sama! Whoa! What a slam.
Wow.
That was Chidi Obiazor last season. Had 1 tackle behind the tackle for loss and 10 tackles total, no sacks on the season, 6'5", 250. Left defensive end. For Iowa State, a true freshman, third string quarterback, Alex Mansky. He went from Algona High School, local to Iowa, suffered a UCL injury, ending his 2024 senior season in high school as he threw it over the middle. Avery Johnson connects with Benjamin Brommer, the starting tight end. He had 1 touchdown last year, 179 yards total. And Bramer
that was just
able to haul it in.
Yeah, amazing catch.
Has a handoff, looking to go out to the right side, getting stuff behind the line and driving him back even more. As Romania.
That's going to be a big time loss.
Second and 9. They're just going to leave it because I'm kind of lucky there. He got 1 pass because that could have been disastrous, couldn't it?
That could have brought them back way farther or ended up in another fumble.
Yeah. As Avery Johnson, scrambling out of the pocket, goes to the air, and so everybody is slipping and sliding, trying to target Townsend. And 3rd and 9. It's a messy game, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah.
You know, you've seen the field slowly become more and more slippery, and it might only get worse.
Rocco back 6 for 14, 78 yards and 1 touchdown, and been sacked up 3 times. That 1 touchdown was a rushing touchdown. 4:23 to go. Clock will stay stagnant. 2 to go on the clock, and Rocco Beck throws, and it was popped down as a big hit by Desmond Purnell, a senior. They're going to look for the field goal.
Kansas defense showing their strength here.
Redshirt freshman Dominic Overby getting a welcome to college football, isn't he?
He really is.
A 49-yard attempt. 21 for 28.
But Iowa in the lead.
Last season, it'll be from the right hash. 49 yards is no good!
That was a far-off field goal.
Way off. You're talking... That was way wide right.
Iowa's chance to put them in the lead, no good.
100% as Perkins was the holder. It's not like it was a bad hold either, just completely missed it.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't even try to, get it in. He just kicked straight forward up.
No curve, no nothing. Rough way to start off your year. You get to that stage where that should feel almost automatic,
Yeah, for the NFL, that's really just another day.
As a tailback, Joe Jackson, I almost said Joe Johnson, as getting both Avery Johnson and Joe Jackson all mixed up. The J's are everywhere. But Not at 7 piece. Maybe look for a quick drive here by Kansas State to get the lead before the half. Keep in mind you still have the 2-minute timeout plus 2 timeouts. Iowa State is all 3. 3:49 to go in the second. 2nd and 6. Avery Johnson today 4 for 7 and 27 yards. 1 rushing touchdown. That was 10 yards. 2 wide right. Single back set. Play fake. Avery Johnson will go to the air. Lifting down the field on that hitch route. And it is incomplete. Trying to target Jerron Tibbs, a transfer out of Purdue.
No, he was so close, but so far on that. That could have been, a really amazing play.
Yeah,
but
that was just off target, but really hawking on him was, I believe, Jontez Williams, rather Jeremiah Cooper. They're 2 for 6 on 3rd down conversions. Today, really, it's not been a great 3rd down day. It's an empty backfield for Avery Johnson. 3 wide right, 2 wide left. Fires out to left. It is caught! And a 1st down. They'll go 3 for 8 on the day as the running back Joe Jackson caught the ball.
Jackson able to catch that for the 1st down. If they can keep that up, they can take this drive straight down the field.
100%. 3:15 to go. No Dylan Edwards for K-State. Devon Rice on the backfield.
Still plenty of time.
Alongside Joe Jackson, Devon Rice will get the carry. And he got a little bit of help by his lineman, Sam Hack, the senior. As it'll be 2nd down. 4-yard gain.
Iowa State just, like you said earlier, just not having a good 3rd down day. Neither is Kansas.
Yeah.
But, Iowa State just, they've either been sacked or just a lot of incompletes today.
As Avery Johnson, a nice read option play, and Avery Johnson almost got plastered as a threesome, as he was just thrown down right after. But a threesome of Iowa State players went down. Oh, you saw that flop, right?
Yeah, I did too. He fell straight down.
Don McQuay just flopped for 6'4", 325. He got feather tapped by Sam Hackton, just went falling. As holding on Kansas State.
Can't let that happen in a real game.
This is a real game.
Well, I'm talking about like in the play.
Yeah, look. that was the official.
Falls back. The official looks so disappointed in him.
Yeah. He benches 450, squats 650, cleans 365, a 34-inch vertical. Wow.
What?
Went down like a feather, didn't he? As we will head to the 2-minute timeout. 2nd and 12 coming up.
Honestly, that was a pretty smooth fall.
Yeah. And we'll welcome me back, almost dwindling down to halftime. I definitely did not make up that word, but what are your thoughts so far?
You know, been a close game. You know, just the rain factor has really been playing a part here. A lot of fumbles. I really think that this is either going to be a really close finish or, something that we see every time, really.
Yeah, we still haven't really seen a big breakout as Avery Johnson ran for about 3 yards.
Yeah, it's really just been these big bursts of activity, first play of second quarter got a touchdown.
As Iowa State will call their first time out with 1:53. They're looking to ball hawk. They're ball hawking to try to get the final possession of the half. Kansas State will receive the ball first in the second half. But what players? Oh, is that the Pop Tart mascot?
It is.
It is, in fact. Iowa State was at the Pop Tart Bowl. They beat Miami in that game 42-41. Cam Ward did not play the second half of that game. I don't know what the reason why is. A 3-point game. Also, ESPN College Football. I don't think Modern Day playing a. Do you see that on the top of the? Is Modern Day playing a college team? It marked Modern Day as a high school, but St. Thomas Aquinas says not. Interesting, as here's K-State. Avery Johnson throws, and it is caught! Jace Brown fell as it was thrown over the middle. And let's see. What the stoppage is, they're going to take time to reset the chains. Because remember, inside the 2-minute warning, the clock does not continue to roll. Oh, the coach is incensed.
Coach is heated.
That's Chris Kleiman. In his career against Iowa State, he is 2 for 4. These teams play each other yearly, I believe, since they're both Big 12 rivals. Throws over the left side. It is caught by Jerron Tibbs, transfer out of Purdue. Last season at 2 touchdowns, 258 yards total. I believe he was a second stringer, and he had 22 receptions on the season. As Avery Johnson, again, a sideline burst. They're doing a nice job keeping this time.
Yeah, managing the time.
Yeah, they're doing a very good job managing the time. I was looking for the words to find, but
yeah.
Avery Johnson on this drive, 4 for 5, 33 yards.
Kansas just looking to put up any points they can before the end of this second quarter.
Yep. At the gunman left, and Johnson will line up as a left side wide receiver according to the edge. Trips right, 1 man left off the blitz. Panic fires incomplete. It is 2nd down and 10.
Just throws it away. Really, nothing to lose with that.
Yep. Flag down. There's a flag down. It is for pass interference. Late flag. I don't know where that was. So, it is rather not a pass interference. I don't think it was. It was intentional grounding. He was not outside of the tackle box. So it'll be 2nd and 22.
Far back. That is.
Yeah.
Wow.
12 yards back. So the runoff will bring it down to 52. You have no choice. You're out of field goal range. You're going to have to go to the air, won't you?
Yeah, you know, a run really won't
Yeah.
work in this
Keep in mind,
situation.
Iowa State has 2 timeouts. So time back to 102.
Both teams really conserving these timeouts for the, you know, like the final seconds of the
Yeah.
second.
Yeah, Iowa State quick drive to get into field goal range. Single back set, Avery Johnson to the air. Firing a deep ball to the right side. It was almost intercepted right into the hands, in and out of the hands of Jeremiah Cooper. Had 5 interceptions last season. Their strong safety.
Yeah, had that been, you know,
That was a bad pass.
just a little bit better.
That would have been a first down. Now at this point, you have to look towards Luis Rodriguez, a recent transfer, new place kicker for them. 54 seconds, and prevent is Iowa State. Avery Johnson is screen, and it will not work!
Nothing.
Caleb Bacon once again. And a 4th down. They're not going for a timeout. I think they're trying to force Iowa State's hand.
Yeah.
Kansas State receives the ball. Kansas State will use their second timeout. I don't know what are they going to try to go? I have no idea.
They're gonna go for it?
No, I don't think so.
That would be crazy if they did.
It would be.
It would be a long shot, but really rewarding if they can, you know, make it complete.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're going to punt it. Chaos could ensue. Who knows? What about a bad snap? Aiden Flora, the returner. He's the backup returner behind Xavier Townsend as fair caught at the 3. And I don't see why they wouldn't take a knee with 2 to go. So 2 seconds to go.
Might be a launch down the field.
No, they're not going to do that. I disagree. Because, I mean, you don't have an arm of 98 yards. They're in victory formation or knee formation, whatever you want to call it. They're just going to do safe play, take a knee, and head into halftime. That's really all they can do, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Kansas State will get the ball to start off the second half, and we will head to our 13-minute well-deserved break. It is wet and it is wild in Dublin. I will say that line again, as it is currently 7 to 7, 69 degrees, heading towards 7 o'clock in Dublin. What do you think the key is here in the second half to get ahead in this game?
You know, really just completing the passes, you know, getting the hands on the ball. We've seen a lot of players have trouble with it, and we've also seen the fumbling be a huge issue, especially with the sacks. So maybe a little bit of work on the defense, maybe not letting, you know, them get to the quarterback as fast as they have been. You know, maybe
any key players here in the second half?
You know, Jackson with his run game, the running back, has done really well. And I feel like Johnson, he has a really good chance. He just needs to work on that passing a little bit more and get his rhythm in.
I'd say Rocco Becht has been, overall, though, today, the better quarterback. From the goal line, here we go. Galloping through the right side and tackled down. And that's it. As K-State will come out, as Iowa State opened up the game, the ball's been slippery. That's the main story for today.
Yeah, hit the wet ground multiple times. It did kind of rain a little bit harder when we first started the game, and it has definitely died down a bit.
It's very hazy.
Might dry out a little bit.
It's very hazy outside, to say the least.
Yeah.
3 sacks in this half for Ohio State. Iowa State. Speaking of Ohio State, Texas will be doing that game at MHS 2 next Saturday. Should be a great one. 1 versus 3. A beautiful swat on Avery Johnson's pass by Akina Eziogu. 6'5", 255, a pretty big frame. Had 1 sack last season. 15 tackles total. And 2 tackles for loss.
And what a leap for that ball, able to swat it away.
Yep. As out of the shotgun, it is Joe Jackson, the back, man to the left of Avery Johnson. Johnson's going to take it himself. Here goes Johnson! And this couldn't get much. The only touchdown of the half for K-State was Avery Johnson's 10-yard rushing TD strike. As it'll be 3rd and 2.
Johnson. He's able to get pretty close to that line there.
He sure is. After this, Kansas State will have a 2-game homestand and send DSU and Army before heading onto the road to Arizona. As Johnson will fire out to the left, it is caught by William Anclox. I probably said that wrong. Anclaw. I think that's how you say it, I want to say. Interesting name, 6'6", 250. Clock rolls. As a great 3-and-out, Aiden Flora once again.
Simon McLennan, the punter.
Yep.
Returners, Aiden Flora.
From the wobbly ball, and I don't think it ever touched an Iowa State player. So 13-25, Iowa State will come out. $13.25 to go in this third quarter. It is first down and 10 for Iowa State, their first drive of the second half. As shotgun is backed, sending a man in motion. That is Chase Sowell, transfer out of East Carolina University. Deep ball! And looking at target so well and incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Iowa State. Little bit of contact there.
Yeah, beautiful pass, but he just couldn't get it to him.
Yep. The record for Matt Campbell, the head coach of Iowa State, against this K-State team is 5-4. Compared to Kleiman's 2-4, as in trouble and dropped down. A sack by Toby Osusanmi. That's his second sack of the game, maybe splitting it with Cody Stufflebean, who that's a name, senior. 6'4", 220, 265 at 2 sacks on the year. They may split it there, as that's a fourth sack of the day for Kansas State. Maybe slipped a little bit there.
Yeah, it looks so, but I'd say either way he was going to fall back a bit.
Yep. Clock will roll, 3rd and 21 to the air. Stepping up, and he is gonna run himself out of bounds. Got about 9 back, so it'll be 4th down and a punt. That'd be the obvious thing, right?
Yeah, I think that's what they're going to go.
4th and 12 for Iowa State.
Becht with a tough game, as he has been sacked multiple times today.
Yep. Tyler Perkins, the punter, still Lockett, the returner, replacing Xavier Townsend, who was injured. A very good wide receiver. As 11:51 to go, it's made at the 15, fair caught. We led the break. 11:52 to go. Never mind, we have a flag. You know, whenever they put on that music, you think it's going to break?
Yeah.
Timeout. Now we will head to break. 11:51. And will walk me back with 11:52 to go. It'll be Kansas State ball. No, yes, it is. $11:51 with 18 on the clock. A handoff up the middle, really only getting about 1 or 2 as Willich with the tackle. It is 2nd and 9. $11:35 to go in the third. Knotted at 7 apiece. 23 on the clock. This is the Aer Lingus College Football Classic on MHS 2. As 22 ranked Iowa State takes on 17 Kansas State. As he gives it off tailback Joe Johnson. Johnson finding a hole and striking the first. Moving the chains as the clock will continue to roll. As 10:53. Know that about that dip? It was blocking the sun for houses. That's why there's a dip for the neighborhood right near it. You know the result would be much different if it was in the U.S., right?
Yeah.
Too bad.
They wouldn't
So
change it
sad.
all.
As Johnson will fire out to the right, it is caught with one knee down as Bradley getting the first. Kansas State trying to find some sort of momentum and rhythm. It seems like they're starting to get that.
Yeah, they really are. They're picking up that pace. I assume they probably, had a talk with it during halftime.
As one other pass play, it was caught by Chase Brown. So we'll just continue to roll the clock. 2nd down. Hitting the 10-minute mark, as it is currently 7 apiece. Talk about the history of Dublin, Ireland. This is the 10th game in college football history here in Ireland, excluding the Notre Dame vs. Navy game, always in Dublin. Johnson will fire over the right. It is caught. And it was caught by the 3rd-string tight end, Braden Laughlin, had 2 touchdowns last season. And 11 receptions for 125 yards, 6'5", 230. As Avery Johnson Jr., as it'll be Joe Jackson to the right, and here comes Avery Johnson. Design QB run, and he really only got about 2 there. It'll be 2nd down for Kansas State.
Yeah, that was just, he could have gone for a little bit of a good run, but yeah, as you can see, the defender just able to trip him up a bit there.
That was a nice wrap and tackle by Dominic Orange, that guy who did that falling thing before. Wearing number 95, as he switched numbers with. Or no, he didn't. I just no comment. Just put in the wrong number there. His number is 95. But with 8:12 to go, 3rd and 13. As 8:02 to go, clock will continue to roll a 3rd and long, only 40%. Average was 7.8 on 3rd downs today. Single back set. Joe Jackson, the back, fires out to the right. It is caught on that line screen pass and really virtually getting nothing. Maybe about 2 yards as he targeted Garrett Oakley, Jr., 5 touchdowns last season, but was tackled down by Marcus Johnson. So just like that, it's 4th and 8. And they are going to leave the offense out. They're going to go for it. An interesting play call here. Single back set, 4 for 7. ESPN analytics say to kick. And gonna roll left. Holding on, Johnson throws! Incomplete! Iowa State ball!
What a turn.
As he tried to target the tight end. But Bradley just couldn't hold on to the... Rather, that was not Bradley. That was... And we welcome you back with just under 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. As rather just over 7:06. As a handoff up the middle to Hansen, and Hansen got tackled. Second and 8 for Iowa State. Single back set, man left, and he's going to send a Gabe Burkle motion out to the right side, lining up as a receiver. Throws it over the middle, and it is caught! Eli Green with the grab.
Last second pass, too.
Yeah, can't really see any of the chalk markers at all at this point. I think you can agree.
Yeah, they're barely visible.
Yeah. As out of the pistol is Rocco Becht. Hand off to Abu Sama, and Abu Sama is gonna make a second down. Rocco Becht on the TD drive was 3 for 3, 48 yards and a touchdown. Other 8 drives, 4 for 14, 40 yards and nothing. Cooper Alexander lining up to the tight end position. And off the play action, in trouble. Becht is going to take it himself. Becht looking and slid. They're down for Iowa State.
Right before that first down as well, you know, in that situation, that was well executed by him.
As we're just twinkled under 5, as it is 3rd and 4. Iowa State 1 for 8 on the day. 7.9 on the average. As backed out of the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Power formation, as they have a fullback in. And play clock ran down. Iowa State will use their first time out of the day to think it over. As after calling the first time out of the half, we will head to break. And we'll welcome you back with 4:33 to go in the third. What do you think is needed here? It's been boring, to say the least.
No, it's really hard to tell, but if you really, pay attention to the game, I really think, there's been a lot of incomplete passes.
Yeah.
And at this point in the game, can you really blame it on rain?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel Iowa State has had the edge, though, offensively this whole game. They've been much more in rhythm. And really looked overall
and
better.
then we do see some.
As there goes Joe
Yeah.
Jackson trying to find the hole, went through it, but I believe he's going to be short. He will be. It's 4th down.
We do see some bursts of activity from Kansas and Iowa. They might go down the field for a few yards, and then the defense just stops them.
Or they fumble. The humidity currently is 85%. It's very humid.
Yeah. And those tiny things can still have an impact on how the players perform today.
Iowa State perfect from 4th downs today. Perfect on the season, technically. They're 1 for 1. And looking to the outside, he'll get a 1st down.
Attempted the spin move he did in the first quarter. No, but he just went down before he could. I guess he just took it safe.
As Rocco packed. Thought about the spin move on the second one, but just slipped. On 4 for 1, the clock will continue to roll. 3:20 to go in the third. Tailback Joe Jackson. Or rather, Carson Beck, wrong team. As Abu Sama. I'm forgetting how to say words right now, as you can tell. I was like, Carson Beck, think of Carson Beck, who is now a Miami quarterback. He will make his debut next week against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. As it'll be 2nd and 3.
Iowa State, really not really successful on passing or rushing yards, but it seems they are targeting some rushing yards in this third quarter.
Yep. As that was Eli Green in motion, handoff to Abu Sama. Got the edge in a 1st. So a 7-yard gain there. Seemed like the momentum starting to climb.
Yeah, because as the third quarter does wind down, it's going to get way more tense as the team has to score eventually, and it's going to be either of these two.
2 exactly on the clock. 2 minutes as the clock will continue to roll down to 1:55. Single back set. 2 wide right. Abu Sama, direct snap through him. He's going to penetrate right up the middle. And it'll be Izor with the tackle. It'll be 2nd down. Second and 7. Rolling right. Gonna throw down the field. A 50-50. Oh, he caught it, but out of bounds. A one-handed grab. But we was not in bounds. Oh my God. Gabe Burkle.
That would have been amazing if that was in bounds.
Wow. Wait, let's see.
Wow.
Foot is in.
That was.
He might be in. Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't think that was a touchdown, but that is.
Oh my God.
That is in.
I think that's in.
He's done it.
I don't think they're gonna. It's not gonna be counted, but because he did not have full control when going down. So now 3rd and 7 for Iowa State. Deep ball. He's got him. Touchdown, Iowa State.
What a touchdown. First time couldn't get it in. Just couldn't get control of the ball. Second time, got it straight in. 24-yard touchdown.
13-7.
6-yard or the 6-minute, 67-yard, 11-play drive has ended in a touchdown for Iowa State. Put them in the lead the first time in this game.
It is up and through. 14-7. Finally, we get a score. Eskelson with the grab.
We get our first lead with both teams on the board here.
Yeah.
What a third quarter this has been. Late
Oh my
third
God!
quarter.
What a dot! What a dot!
Honestly, almost identical, just in a different position as the last play just before it.
Yeah.
His foot landed hard, but wow.
As a 1 of 7 to go, it'll be K-State ball.
I think that might have been the play of the game.
Yeah, it definitely has. It really might be. Yeah, they
Plenty of time.
had no choice but to paint the lines because the players requested it. Look, you can't even really see the field.
Yeah, I don't even think that will really help it.
That's why turf is better, partially. 1 of 5, and looking to the inside is Joe Jackson, and a beautiful wraparound tackle.
Wow.
It's Carson Van Dinter, 6'1", 190 redshirt freshman. That's exactly 1 minute.
Kansas with plenty of time to tie it up here. Just ending the third quarter.
Yeah. That's 45 on the clock. 20 under a minute. With 5 on the play clock, Avery Johnson throws over the middle and is caught by Jace Brown, and a first down for K-State. Jace Brown last season got 4 TDs, just under 500 yards, and 28 receptions. Behind him is Sterling Lockett, another junior. Sterling Lockett in his first 2 seasons really saw not much playing time. Under center.
Yeah, both teams, finding their rhythm.
And Johnson thought about the deep ball. He's going to throw it to the right side, connects to the tight end, Garrett Oakley. Oakley, first down. In Iowa State territories, we will head to break, and the 4th and final quarter is up next. A gain of 22, and that's how we're going to end off. Heading to break. Iowa State with a strike. K-State now looking to respond. 14-7. And we'll welcome you back for the start of the fourth quarter. As a low-scoring affair, who do you have winning this game?
Honestly, Iowa State's showing, great plays here. I think Kansas can definitely make a comeback here, tie the game up. But if that does happen, I honestly do have Iowa State winning.
It's really anyone's game just past the 50. Avery Johnson gonna load up deep, and he's gonna go for it all! Oh, it's out of the hands of Jace Brown.
Could have been an amazing catch, an amazing touchdown there, but just out of the hands of him.
Tayshawn James flapping those wings after the play. You saw that?
Oh, just slipped.
2nd and 10. And play fake fires out to the left. It is caught inside of the numbers. As he's trying to fight for yardage, as that one was connected to Jemri Davis Jr., transfer from Coffeyville Community College. I believe that's JUCO. He'll find his way to get over from...
They're in a 3rd and 3. They're in a good position for a 3rd down conversion here.
Sure is. Avery Johnson, 17 for 25, 152 yards. 1 rushing touchdown. Avery Johnson's gonna throw wide open. That is 6. Touchdown, K-State.
Oh my God. To the open man. He was wide open.
Jace Brown was in fact wide open.
Nobody was even on him. 14-13 field goal will tie it.
Yeah, PAT right here. 14:09 to go. A 5-play drive.
Still early in the 4th quarter. Anything can happen. But if by chance both teams score again or no team score, it's going to be a
overtime.
good one.
Overtime, really interesting though in college. Ooh, as it's 14-14. As once again tied up, yeah.
That was kind of...
See if now the game will open up.
Yep, that was a scary extra point. Nearly missed it, but he was able to get that in. Energy in the stadium going absolutely insane.
And we'll welcome you back as K-State came back with a tie, and we are knotted at 14 apiece. 14:09 to go in the fourth quarter. As Flora from the 6. Flora is down. Going up to the 26-yard line, and that's where Iowa will start off a 5-second return. Have you noticed anything about the Kansas State defense?
No. It's really just, I mean, look at the stats. It's been kind of falling in this second half. I think they're fatigued a little bit. They're wearing themselves out.
Yep. First down and 10. 5 on the clock. Swing it back set. Oh, fumble the snap. Throws it out to the right. It is caught inside the 30 as he connected it to Eli Green, a senior. As a handoff up the middle. There goes Hansen into the second deck and right near midfield. As Iowa State blistering.
What a run. I wonder what the Kansas defense is thinking right now after that.
As clock will roll 13-19, first and 10 for Iowa State. 14 out apiece, 2 timeouts left for Iowa State and 3 timeouts left for Kansas State. Only 1 knocked off. Carson Hansen today, 7 rushes, 27 yards, 3.9 average. Power formation. Tailback is Hansen, play fake, and now here he goes down the field, launching the back and almost intercepted. It was right in the hands of Donovan McIntosh, the backup right cornerback. Rather, not backup. Starting right cornerback as just right in the hands.
That could have been a significant turning point in this game.
Sure, yeah, definitely. It really would have been a 2nd and 10. And Carson Hansen goes second deck once again inside the 40-yard line to the 36. Letting the clock continue to roll.
Iowa State slowly but surely making their way up to the field, making their way to that end zone. Honestly, that is a great plan.
That Stoffel being missed that first tackle, I believe. As Hansen up the middle once again.
Iowa State really relying on their rushing game for yards this half.
They sure have. As it's 2nd down and 2. Maybe go to the air here. But I'm really scared for that almost that interception.
Yeah, they've definitely taken it easy after that.
As it is 2nd and 2. Tailback is Carson Hansen. As man went out to the left, a handoff up the middle to Hansen. Hansen will drive and get a first. Able to move the chains again.
Iowa's rushing game, they can be stopped, but they just keep getting these first downs and making their way down the field.
As it's 1st and 10. 11-10 to go. Clock rolling down. 15 on the play clock. Shotgun, Carson, the back. Carson Hansen, the back. And here's backed. with time, has to scramble out right, losing time outside of the numbers, fires down the sideline and incomplete. May have been a purposeful throw out there, as the clock will halt at 10:53, 2nd and 10. Travis Bates was one. Look at the top left. That looks like Mater Dei High School playing St. Thomas Aquinas, well.
I see that. What? Bro, what?
As he's gonna get it to Abu Sama. Abu Sama looking outside and able to shut off a man.
They're going to have to make a long stride to get this conversion.
Yep, 3rd and 5. Third and 5. Shotgun, single back set. And here's Beck to throw! Tipped up as it was right in the hands of Chase Sowell, the transfer from ECU. But incomplete. 4th and 5 field goal unit comes out.
Iowa State looking to put up points on the board to get the lead. I mean, if they can get the lead and if they can, stop Kansas, it might be their game.
Yeah.
But we still have plenty of time. 10 minutes on the board.
34 yards. 4th and 5. Right hash. That one is good. Iowa State right now taking the lead.
Missed it earlier, but he made it when it matters there.
Yep.
14-17.
17-14 from Dublin. will welcome me back with 10:08 to go in the game as Iowa State just took the lead at 17-14. Kansas State 4 wins after trailing in the fourth quarter. That is second in FBS. It'll be Bryce Nordenberg now, the returner. Here comes Nordenberg across the 10. Oh my God, he just flipped up like a squirrel and got that. Oh my God.
And he just gets back up like it was nothing.
Yeah, he got flipped.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
That was a first.
$9:59 to go. 17-14. Play fake, fires over the left side. Oh, you just have to catch that if you're Jace Brown.
All Kansas City needs is a field goal to tie it or a touchdown to potentially win it here.
Kansas City?
Or Kansas State.
Avery Johnson, 18 for 27, 189 yards and a touchdown strike. One throwing touchdown, that was that wide open player. And one rushing, which was 10 yards. Avery Johnson to the left, because design QB, run! Avery Johnson! First down, a flag.
Yeah, it was holding.
So, holding goes to the left tackle, John Pastor, a junior, and the starting left tackle. Six penalties for K-State, totaling 48 yards compared to that one false start for Iowa State. $9:24 to go, clock winding down. Avery Johnson looking to step up, fires over the middle, and is caught. Taking a big chunk off as that one was caught by Jerron Tibbs, the transfer from Purdue. As they basically have a
He was
whole
in
new
trouble, but still.
They're basically a whole new wide receiving core.
Yeah. He was in trouble, but still able to make some yards, and we have a player down on the field.
Yep. Iowa State being very injury prone, especially at that linebacking position. As we all had to break. So Iowa State's down to one timeout due to a new rule, which, a big hit there. It is 4th down for K-State. A nice hit by Carson Willick. Offense will stay out on this 4th down.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy there to convert as long as,
They've been perfect.
they just,
No, wait, they have not been perfect. That's
Yeah.
Iowa State that's been perfect today.
Iowa State really picked up that pace here.
And Avery Johnson designed QB run. Oh, he took a big hit, but I think he got it. It's short. Iowa State has the ball with 8:19 to go.
Iowa State once more. This is a really tough spot for Kansas. I'd say if Iowa State can score again, this might be their game.
Yep. Oh, that might be targeting.
Yeah, he did not have to go in that hard.
I'm looking at this hit. Oh, that might be targeting.
Yeah, that was. Look at that. He purposely aims for his helmet, it looks like.
It wasn't like purposeful, but the two crowns did connect when he was. But I think he may have been leading with his shoulder.
Yeah, and maybe, just kind of shifted a bit.
This'll give us a good angle. Never mind. It might be a shoulder.
Oof, but that hit from. Can't really see who that was,
Yeah.
and then from
And they're gonna
one of the
review.
linebackers, like, he got jerked back and forth. That is not good.
Really gotta feel he's short of the line to gain. There's no clear ankle though.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. It kind of looked like he got it at first.
Definitely did. The main question is it a first down? I think you can agree on that, because this is a big play. Let's see, right here. Oh! That's targeting!
Yeah.
That looks like textbook targeting from there, but...
He just trying to plow through him.
It was short. Come on, Kansas State, I don't think has any more challenges.
Kansas is in a really, really tough spot. Like I said earlier, this is going to have to be a insane comeback for them.
Well, it depends really on if
Yeah.
it's a one-score game. It's anyone's ball. I mean, it could be intercepted and taken back, and all of a sudden, K-State has the lead. They are 25% on fourths today compared to Iowa State's 100%. I'm gonna have an announcer jinx at some point if I keep saying 100%, won't I? Carson Hansen, tailback. Out of the gun is Rocco Becht. Hand off to Hansen. Hansen plowing, maybe about 4 or 5. Watch it only be 3, probably. Got a little bit of yards here. Not even that, too. Clock will continue to roll. They're playing chew clock. .747. Beck will throw, and it's caught inside the 10. Carson Brown.
Nearly at the end zone.
That's rather
there.
Benjamin Bramer. 7:24 to go. Clock will continue to roll. Hand off to Hansen, looking for an outside roll, and he was swamped by a sea of purple. .658 to go in the fourth. Second and goal. Out of the gun. 3 wide left, and a toss. Design QB run. Touchdown! Iowa State extends their lead with 6:38 to go in the game.
Wow, what a rushing touchdown by Iowa. And, you know, the momentum that Iowa has gained in this fourth quarter has been insane. They went from doing, you know, kind of all right to absolutely going insane against Kansas. Are they still at 100% conversion?
Yep, on the fourth downs.
Yeah. Extra point.
It is up and through. So it's 24-zip.
Six minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Kansas is going to have to pull something off very, very impressive.
Yep. As with 6:38 to go. Rocco Beck 10 for 24, 140 yards and 2 touchdowns, one of them being a rushing touchdown. That was the most recent one, 6:38. You can't even see the numbers, my goodness. From the 7. As here he goes, the right sidelines, still staying on his feet, having a nice, a 28-yard return.
Yeah, very nice return. The return that Kansas, needs. They needed that return right there.
Sure is. The win percentages earlier, K-State was 57.6 favored. That was the pregame. In fact, K-State was even ranked more like 66%, according to ESPN. But now I think it's fair to say it's completely changed. Oh, wait a second. Johnson, he connects it down the field. It's a full race touchdown. Kansas State strikes in one play. Lightning strikes. It is 6. All of a sudden, they're right back in it.
What a touchdown. 65 yards. Bradley with that Kansas touchdown.
2 passing touchdowns on the day. And Luis Rodriguez. As it's 24-21, all of a sudden a new game. I spoke way too soon. Let's see what happens here. In through the middle, Flora looking for some room. He might get it. Never mind. He was dragged down.
Still an interesting return.
Sure was. 6-13. $6:13 to go. 24-21. Iowa State leads. They're going to try to look for some sort of dagger once again. Out of the gun, man right. Shock and snap. Play fake. Fires right. It is caught just past the 40. As he connected it to Burkle. For being guided out of bounds by BJ Bay. The strong safety, a senior this year. 6 foot 190, 50 tackles, 2 behind the line, and 3 interceptions for VJ. 5:49 to go. Clock winding down, 5:40. 9 on the play clock. Handoff up the middle, looking for some room, and inside, just past midfield. A first down. As he connected it to Carson Hansen.
Both teams finally getting comfortable here. And like at this field here, you know, the run game of Iowa has been insanely good, performing insanely well. And, you know, the pass game of Kansas has been doing fairly well as well.
Sure have. 5:05. First and 10. 5 minutes ago in the fourth. 4 on the clock, a handoff to Hansen. Hansen is tackled. Gabe Powers with the tackle. Backup WLB transfer from Ohio State. $4:32 to go in the fourth. Talk about their schedule for Iowa. Later on, they play SDSU to open up home, and then against Iowa. It should be a good game, a good rivalry game, followed by Arkansas State. Arizona, Cincinnati, Colorado, BYU, ASU. That's going to be a rough fight. Thankfully, they're at home for those two. As a throw out to the right, it is caught. May have gone in the first. That one was connected to Brandon Eskilsen, which he got 1 TD.
3rd and 1, just short of that first down.
Iowa State only has 1 more timeout. Kansas State has 3. Four tight ends in. Shotgun man right. Maybe a guaranteed throw here. He will play fake it. Oh, lobs it wide open. A jump grab by Gabe Burkle Jr. and a first down.
And that thing nearly went over him. That was an amazing
It was a beautiful
reception
lob.
there. Yeah.
Before being tracked down by Toby Usinsanmi, who had 2 sacks this game. They split that second one with Curtis Stuffle being a senior. Had 2 sacks last season. Here's Rocco Beck, 13 for 27 on the day. 4 on the clock. Shotgun tailback Carson Hansen. Hand off to Hansen to the right side, and he got stuffed up. 2:39.
Yep. Iowa not really going for anything big. They're not really passing it as much as they were earlier.
Yep.
And they're mostly just taking it slow, making their way down the field, like 5 yards, and it's working. It's really working against the Kansas defense.
First time out for K-State. We will head soon to the 2-minute timeout. No turnovers here in the second half. $2:39 to go in the fourth. $2:39 to go. I mean, what do you think the key is here at the end of the game?
Kansas needs to stop Iowa State from getting any further down that field than they already are.
Yeah.
They are already close enough.
Hand off to Hansen to the right side. Got tackled behind the line. That's exactly what you need.
Yeah. They can get possession of that ball again. If you think about it, 2 minutes, 32 seconds, even if they get the ball a little bit later, that's still, plenty of time to make your way significantly down that field.
Yep, as K-State uses their second timeout. One timeout each side. I don't know why they're wasting all of them before the 2-minute warning. 2-minute timeout. The last Big 12 champions was Arizona State last year, followed by Texas. For that was K-State in 2022. And 21 was Baylor, 2020 was OU. Only Power Conference have 5 different schools win a title over the last 5 seasons.
Kansas State needs to stop Iowa for one more play.
Yep. Then you have to worry about the field goal. Beck gonna step up. Beck looking and got trampled. 4th down. Iowa State has not sent the kicking team out. Final timeout used by K-State already.
I don't agree with that timeout call.
I have to agree. It's very premature. Fourth and 6 or less, go for it, according to ESPN Analytics. Question is, what are they going to do here? Go for it? You go for it, you make that risk. The game's over. You know that.
Yeah.
And they can just take knees. That's a tailback Hansen. Man in motion, that's Gabe Burkle, second string tight end. Benjamin Bramer standing up, 12 on the clock, 2:26 to go. Timeout, Iowa State.
They might regret that later on.
So now no timeouts. The last stoppage will be a 2-minute warning, 2-minute timeout, whatever you want to call it. As Cal Conrady is 1 for 2 today. Missed from 49, but made from 34. Almost automatic from there. 6 of his last 7 misses last season was from 50 plus or 40 plus. Most automatic from inside the 40 yards. But that's really for any kicker now. You think of it now, especially to make it to that next level. Welcome to the UFL, buddy. But with this point, 2:26, 4th and 3. Neither team now has a timeout. The last stoppage will be the 2-minute timeout. Center man motion. Going onto the inside of Brett Eskildon. Now holding onto the ball. Lobs out to the left. It's caught. Inside the 15 to the 10. Cutting on the 5-0 spin move. That is the touchdown. Oh, what a beautiful move after the grab.
I think it's safe to say Iowa State. Carson Hansen, 16-yard receiving touchdown.
Threw it out to the left, and Carson Hansen with oh my goodness, what a move.
That was amazing. Oh, that might have been.
May have been short. Let's see what happened when he fell. Ooh, that is.
Ooh.
That's gonna be short.
Yep. It's going to be very close.
I mean, 2:18 to go. This will help Iowa State. It was ruled not a touchdown. But at first down. So at this point, you can just run it down. You know that.
Yeah. Kansas State with no options here, really.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do. If
20.
Iowa State can run this down and get the touchdown, it will be game, most likely.
Yeah, it's 24-21, 2:18 to go. See what they're going to do here. You can either run up the middle. If I'm K-State, I'm letting you score. Without a doubt, I'm letting you score. Better off with that. And then try to make that comeback. They're going to let it go down to 2. If I had to take a guess, they're just gonna run it out. Iowa State on the goal line. 2-minute timeout. And we'll welcome you back. 2 minutes to go. It'll most likely be 3 knees if I had to take a guess. How about you?
Repeat that again. My bad.
And they're gonna go into victory formation. They are 3 knees away from ending the game.
3 knees away from ending the game.
What a game this has been.
Yeah, it has. Came down to the wire.
No, it's been. Yeah, it was tied most of the game, 7-7, and then momentum started building up on both the teams. But Iowa State ultimately the team that comes on top.
Sure did.
Only by 3 points.
Yep. Matt Campbell will become 6-4 against K-State in his coaching career. As this will be his 100th win for Matt Campbell in his coaching career.
Yeah. Iowa State troubled with sacks in the beginning of the game just to come out on top in the end.
And the game is over. Matt Campbell has his 100th win as a head coach in college football, going back to his days in Toledo.
It's final.
Iowa strike.
The first game.
I was lightning strike of the start of the season, upsetting number 17 Kansas State as number 22.
And it's final. The first game of the college football season ends in an Iowa victory here.
Yep. I'm Chef Dunes alongside Slipper. Good night.
Catch you later.